Hello, everybody. My name is Debbie Domingo. I'm recording this on August 30th, 2016. I'm actually on my way to work, and I'm probably going to be late getting to work because I'm stopping to do this, but this has been nagging at me for a couple of days, actually a couple of weeks. I've been praying about it a lot, and I've really been wanting to make a new video talking about the East Area Rapist, original Night Stalker, Golden State Killer. I refer to him as Golden State Killer now, and I know there's some people that don't like that, but that's what works for me. Some of you know my mother was killed by him in 1981, along with her boyfriend Greg Sanchez, and that's the picture of them here that's showing next to me. And they were such wonderful people, and I miss them so much. And they've been gone for over 35 years now, and anyway, this morning I wanted to put out some resources. I made some little signs here. I want people to know how to reach Michelle Cruz and myself. Michelle is also a survivor of one of his murder victims. Michelle's sister Janelle Cruz was, to our knowledge, the last known murder victim. She was killed in 1986. But recently, Michelle and I have been trying to get our stories out there in the public, trying to put a human face on the stories of the East Area Rapist, Golden State Killer, so that people will know that this is not just about numbers. Anybody can count to 50 rapes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 50, and say, oh, that's horrific. And anybody can count up to 12 murders and say, oh, how can this happen? But we want for you guys to see faces and understand the stories of how this man inflicted his terror, his violence, and his wreckage on so many lives. And I want to talk about that too, the different ways that people have been affected by the Golden State Killer. But before I get too far into this, I want to give you some resources so that you can contact either Michelle or myself. And so I made some nifty little signs here. This first one is how you can reach Michelle Cruz by email. Her email is helpfindearons@gmail.com. I'll show these at the end of the video as well. This is for Michelle, helpfindearons@gmail.com. And then email for me, and I realize I'm giving you huge close-ups while I do this, so my wrinkles are showing. Shame on me. Email for me is Deborah D. 72781 @yahoo.com. Again, this is to reach me, Debbie Domingo. It's Deborah D. 72781 @yahoo.com. Now, I also want to show you how to get to our Facebook pages, and I'll hold those up here for you in a second. Michelle's Facebook page is right here. It's Rest in Peace, Janelle Lisa Cruz. And if you'll type that into your Facebook search, that page will come up, Rest in Peace, Janelle Lisa Cruz. And then my Facebook page, or actually it's not mine, it's the GSK page that I help moderate. And you can get to this by typing in, who is the Golden State Killer? That's on Facebook, who is the Golden State Killer? So I hope that you will take advantage of those resources, and like I said, I'll show them again here in a minute. The reason that I want to talk this morning is because this has been weighing on my heart for a long time. Man, it's humid this morning. I'm all sweaty. Forgive me. What's been weighing on my heart is that not all of the victims are able to come out and do videos and interviews and be public like Michelle and I are. And we understand that, and we don't want you to be in silence anymore if you choose not to. So we want to give you some options. We want to give you the ability to contact us, and for us to speak for you, to be your voice. We realize that there are untold stories out there. And yes, police reports have been done. And when you look at the websites and the information, it talks about victim number 1 and victim number 3 and victim number 47. And I want to be able to tell your stories, not to put your names out there, and not to divulge anything that is trusted information by any means. But Michelle and I really, and she and I have talked about this. We really have a passion for uniting the victims. We really want to help. This is not just about solving the case. It's about being there for each other and for healing for all of us. I've thought about this a lot, and there are three separate ways that the East Area Rapist Golden State Killer affected lives. There are three different types of victims, in my opinion. There are victims of his terror. Those are the people who lived through these time periods and they heard about it on the news, or maybe they got phone calls, or maybe they heard reports of prowling in their area, or maybe they found their window screens tampered with or something like that, or found footprints in their yard. These are the people who are victims of the terror of the GSK. These are the people whose minds have been tortured by, what if he comes for me? Maybe you bought extra locks for your doors and windows. Maybe you bought a handgun. Those of you who were affected by his terror, I understand. I understand what you went through, and I want to be here for you. The second type of victim is those who were direct victims of his violence. Those were the people who woke up with a flashlight in their eyes, with this man screaming obscenities at them and pointing a gun at them, or holding a knife on them and inflicting physical pain, or in some cases even worse, inflicting the physical pain while another family member was there to watch or to listen. So I just can't even imagine what y'all have been through. It absolutely just floors me. So for you guys, you were the victims of his direct violence. And maybe you've talked about this over the years and you've had the chance to do some counseling or some healing. And maybe you haven't. Maybe you've kept it to yourself all this time. Gosh, I hope that's not the case. I hope you have somebody you can trust. But if you don't, you can trust me and Michelle. Like I said, we just want to be here for you. And then the third types of victims are those who are victims of his wreckage. And that's what Michelle and I are. We are victims of the aftermath of what happened. We came back to homes that were forever changed, that we weren't allowed to live in anymore because that wouldn't have, that just wasn't possible. We came back to shattered lives, and we are survivors of the aftermath, survivors of the wreckage is what I say. Golly. So anyway, I just want to open this invitation. I know people look at this video and they're like, 8 minutes, how much longer is the woman going to talk? But I just really want to express some specific things. This guy's gotten away with our silence for far too long. And it's time for us to speak up and to let the public know that we want action, we want answers, we want somebody who might know who this guy is, to turn in a tip or a lead, obviously. We're searching for that closure and that justice. And, my ultimate dream is to meet the rest of you in a courtroom somewhere on that day where he goes down. I mean, that's my ultimate goal. But in the meantime, we got to support each other. We got to be good listeners for each other. And so that's what Michelle and I want to do. So let me go ahead and show you the links one more time. To contact Michelle Cruz by email, you can reach her at helpfindearons@gmail.com. That's helpfind, EARONS, @gmail.com. That's for Shelley. And then to email me, I'm at DeborahD72781 and that's my direct email, DeborahD72781 to get to each of our Facebook pages, I'm just going to tilt the camera down here. Shelley's page is RIP Janelle Lisa Cruz. Rest in peace, Janelle Lisa Cruz. And then for the Facebook page that I moderate, Facebook is Who is the Golden State Killer? Who is the Golden State Killer? I sincerely hope that some of y'all will reach out to us. Just give us a message. Just send me a message